I'm Amanda Iantosca, and tonight America has finally received justice. The man who ordered the attack that destroyed the Twin Towers on September 11, 2001 is dead. U.S. Navy SEALs shot Osama in his hideout in Pakistan in an attack ordered by President Obama. The operation was planned at the White House for over 8 months, and President Obama was very involved. We now go to live coverage of Obama at the White House.
Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of al-Qaeda, and a terrorist who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children.
Everyone across America is celebrating the victory tonight, even those who criticized Obama for his role in the war on terrorism. Obama has gained much recognition from this event and will continue to receive praise. Thousands of citizens lined up in the streets tonight, chanting, celebrating, and singing patriotic songs together. This truly is a date to remember and will be remembered for the rest of history.
Hello, I'm Kiana Charlie, and today I'll be discussing Hurricane Sandy and how it was the most destructive hurricane to ever hit the United States. On October 22, 2012, Sandy began as a tropical storm in the Caribbean Sea. Hurricane Sandy was very serious and had already killed 21 people in Haiti, Jamaica, and Cuba, and redesignated to hit the east coast of the U.S. Sandy packed sustained winds up to 90 miles an hour, putting the Northeast in harm's way. We got word that days before the storm struck, with direction from President Obama, the entire federal government was mobilizing to support anticipated states and local response to the storm. The president declared an emergency in over a dozen states, and resources and commodities like food, water, and blankets were pre-positioned. Before the tropical storm force winds stopped blowing on Tuesday, President Obama had declared a major disaster declaration for the state of New York and New Jersey, immediately making federal financial assistance available to individuals in the impacted regions. As of this afternoon, over 230,000 individuals in the impacted areas have registered for financial assistance, and over $210 million has been provided to survivors. More than 100 people lost their lives and were victims of the storm. We send our love and support to them. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nicholas Capitelli, and today I'll be discussing the topic of Obamacare. Obamacare has been around ever since Obama signed off on it in March 2010. Although very controversial, many people have learned to accept it. This helps support a multitude of families that can't afford basic health care. Under this coverage, less people have sought out private or sketchy companies and instead towards our trusting government. How does this work, might you ask? Well, it changes the way that doctors are paid. Unfortunately, money does not grow on trees, so doctors will take a major pay cut for their services. This policy not only aims to help the poor, but also to help middle class breathe by lowering the rate of healthcare accessible today. Don't be too scared though, as this policy is only an expansion to the already existing Medicaid. Whether it's more important to help the public or pay workers is something for you to decide on.
Just a few days ago, tragedy struck America. The king of pop, Michael Jackson, died at the age of 50. 2 days before his death, Jackson was performing and was as lively as ever in hopes to reboot his career and show a new generation his music. Then, on Thursday, June 25th at 12:22 p.m., one of Michael's bodyguards called 911 after finding the star unresponsive. Jackson's sudden death has fans across America devastated. We now go to Amanda in the field.
Excuse me, do you have any thoughts on the death of Michael Jackson?
It's sad.
There you have it. Back to you.
LAPD have their focus currently on Jackson's personal physician, Conrad Murray. The day after Jackson's death, police impounded Murray's car in search of prescription medications that may have contributed to Jackson's death. No further breakthroughs have been made in the investigation at this time, but KNA News will be here updating you the second we receive any new information.
Hi, I'm Kiana Charlie, and today I'll be discussing the new upcoming Up movie in 2009. Pixar Animation Studios have come out with a new film, Up, released by Walt Disney. It's about Carl Fredricksen, is first seen as a young boy who craves adventure. He meets Ellie. She's a fun, loving, wild kid and introduces him to many things. The two spend their lives together and even become husband and wife. They promise they will travel the world together, and especially to a place known as Paradise Falls. Many years later, Ellie becomes very sick and passes away. leaving Carl very lonely and low-spirited. 78-year-old Carl is being forced to move out of his house him and Ellie built together and moved to a retirement home. Refusing to do so, Carl equipped his house with millions of balloons and sailed his house to Paradise Falls. Comfortably away from the city, Carl feels finally at peace when he hears a knock on his door. Young wilderness explorer scout Russell joins Carl in his adventure. Initially, Carl doesn't want Russell's company, but the two form a father and son-like bond. This movie is a great family movie that someone from any age will enjoy. It's got action, love, adventure, drama, and comedy. Pixar has created another masterpiece and is leading the charts of modern animation as of now. Thank you.
Hello, I'm out on the streets of Washington, D.C., where people are deciding what to do next. It's currently 2009, and the unemployment rate just rose to the highest it's been in a while. When Obama first came to office, it was a reported 7.8%. This changed over a short term, and now it's at a whopping 10%. Obama's had a tough time coming into presidency with a higher unemployment rate than most of his previous presidents. This is specifically because after George W. Bush rose the unemployment rate before him by 3.6 after his presidency. That made it a huge shock to everyone to see it raise more. Many people are upset with Obama because of the fact that he promised to lower these rates and they're once again climbing. Many people shared their voices online berating the president and questioning his ability to run the country. People are unsure about the future as they're not used to such high rates in their lifetime. How will Obama fix this mess? We'll have to keep posted to see if he changes anything else, and if he'll lower it again.